Hey booktubers, welcome to Books I Read. My name is Sheila, and in this video I would like to share with you guys a little bit more about myself and also just tell you a little bit more about what I have going on and coming up and so on and so forth. The first thing that I'd like to share with you is that I do try to purchase my books and or find my books inexpensively and or cheap. I usually don't pay no more than $2 for a book. Every now and then, maybe $3 or $4, but I usually never ever go over that. And if I pay $3 or $4 for a book, it is probably because it's a book I really need or I'm looking for a specific reason, such as the book festival. My daughter and I and my husband are going to a book festival at the end of March. And I have been purchasing books in January and February for that book festival. I am just so excited. I hope I can get all the books signed. Now, I did not purchase all the authors that are going to be there and or a book for every author that is going to be there. Some of the books are out of the book budget. Wait a minute. Some of the books are out of my book budget or what I would care to spend. So some of those books I have been reading on my library app because it's free there. And then I will just have them sign something else, which I can share with you as it gets closer, and I hope to share the book festival with you here. Now, my husband's also coming as a chaperone and our safety because we are taking our own vehicle, and it is about 6 or 7 hours away from our current home. So, just for safety precautions, he's coming with us. And I just cannot wait to share the book festival with all of you and with my daughter because she's 15 and it is a young adult book festival. So that is very exciting. So I will also be showing and or sharing with you my book festival books, and I also want to share with you my bookshelves. I have 3 of them, well, yeah, 3 bookshelves that my husband has created or built with his own hands to share with you. So, with all that said, let's get started. Let's go. Okay, this is my rolling cart. You can purchase this at Michael's, IKEA, Walmart, just about anywhere. Mine was purchased from Walmart by my husband for my St. Patrick's Day gift. We had gift cards. And as you can see, the first 2 top shelves are books for the festival that I have not read yet or I'm in the process of reading. And then the bottom one are books that I've already read. And as I said, some books that I haven't purchased because they are just not in my book budget, I have been reading off my library app. Now this is my bookshelf 1. And up there, my husband with that coffee cup, that decor right there, my husband made that as well. But this is the first bookshelf he made. That is shelf 1 there. Shelf 2, shelf 3, and shelf 4. All these books on this shelf are to be read. I have not read them yet. And that is the whole point of my TBR container and our TBR jar. And we will hopefully be reading these books together this year. This is bookshelf 2. Also on this shelf are books that have not been read yet, and we will be reading them together. They are separated sort of, or semi-sorted by genre, but there are some books that are mixed in there as well. So they're somewhat sorted, but none of these have been read either. And then this is bookshelf 3. At the top there, you see my cookbooks. Those will eventually be moved into the kitchen. It is just not the right time to move them just yet. On this shelf right here, right below the cookbooks, those are books that I've already read, that I may trade, that I may give away, that whatever, pass forward. And then this shelf are my son's books, and then books I would like to do giveaways. And then down here are unhaul and books as gifts. And then down here is just mishmash right now, I guess you would call it. It needs to be organized, but not quite sure how to organize it quite yet. But this shelf right here, you will never see probably completely full because I am always passing forward, trading. They're always being moved. Something's always being done or unhauled. And then this shelf up here above my desk are books that I keep that are special or that I would probably never give away, never unhaul, and will always be in my home. Okay, the other thing that I want to show you is my bookmarks because I have quite a few and I wanted to share with you. These wooden ones I found at the Dollar Tree through another subscriber from my other channel. These ones are just basically Christmas gift tags. These ones are all like Christmas gift tags that you can just buy some magnet and put them in there, and now you got those magnet ones. And then these ones are just gift tags. These ones I found at the Dollar Tree. These ones are really cool. I found these at the Dollar Tree too. Those are really great for kids because it highlights it. Those are really nice. Or even for us older folks that have eye troubles. These I found at the Dollar Tree. These are homemade or DIY. Basically ribbon from the Dollar Tree, stickers from the Dollar Tree, and voila. Just put them together. Paper clips make excellent paper clips make excellent bookmarks. And then I have some magnetic bookmarks from, these ones are from Barnes & Nobles, these ones are from the Dollar Tree, these ones are from the Dollar Tree. And then these ones are just old. I've had this one for a very long time. This one was a adult coloring book, and then I just laminated the page. This one is from a long time ago when my kids were younger. Some library bookmarks, a book outlet, library bookmarks. Another one from, it's very old. The B is from my son. And then this one I use as a bookmark. I purchased this movie at Dollar Tree on Blu-ray, and this was in it. And then I also love to use these flags in my books to, you know, I forget what is that called, but I love to use these in my books. I love to use those. And I have a cat, so he's been up on my desk. And then I also love to use these in my books. Sometimes you gotta watch these though, they don't come off the pages very well, so that's why I switched to using just the flags, because they come off much nicer. All right, that is all my bookmarks. I have a lot. I do have more bookmarks, but they're probably in other books. Or in books, not other books. I do have more bookmarks, but they are in books. The next thing I'd like to share is my DIY nightlight aquarium. It's not really strong to read by. It's not really bright. Let's see. It's just an old aquarium I had. I didn't want fish anymore. I had fish the whole time my kids were growing up, and I just didn't want to do fish anymore. So I bought these fairy pieces products from the Dollar Tree and just turned this old aquarium into a nightlight. Like I said, it's not really strong enough to read by, but it is nice for maybe yourself if you don't like the dark. You know, it's great. But you would still probably need a book light unless you perhaps you put one of these lights in, and then it might make it a little bit brighter or enough. I don't know. I just think it's really cute. It's just my little nightlight. I don't read by it. I still have a book light, but it's my in addition to book light. But when I shut my book light off, I still have a nightlight. And I just think it's cute. And I thought I would share because it is still bookish to me, because I think nightlights go with books and reading books and book lights. So
now, the last thing that I want to share in this video is I believe candles go with books. Who doesn't love to, you know, be in an atmosphere where you have a candle going, a cup of hot tea or a cup of coffee, maybe a dessert or something of that sort, and a really good book. I know I do. I have all kinds of candles over the years that I still have. I have my very expensive Yankee candles that I burn on rare occasions or special occasions. I have my Yankee candles I do during my what I call Frogmas. It's on my other channel. And then I have candles from birthdays gone by that I still have that I haven't burned all the way down because I just want to keep them for a really long time so I don't burn them. And then of course I get Dollar Tree candles. This was my first wood wick candle that I ever purchased or ever experienced in my lifetime, and I got this one from the Dollar Tree. I really like it. I love it. When you smell it, it doesn't really smell all that great, but when it burns, it smells pretty good.
And then I also love to make my own wax melts. I have messed around a little bit with making homemade candles. My husband was pretty good at it years ago when the kids were little, because that's what we used a lot back then. It was just the situation and lifestyle that we had back then. But he would make them quite a bit. Now I make wax melts. I love wax melts. I have 2 wax melts, you know, container or product to melt them in. I don't buy as many candles as I used to. I have purchased dollar votives for Christmas that I used on my other channel, and I still have quite a bit of those. So I don't see myself really buying any more candles unless I can find any more of the wood wick candles at Dollar Tree, because I have so many candles that I could actually, you know, I could pass some on or share. Now, I'm not saying that if somebody had some and they were like, oh, here, or I got it as a gift or something like that, I wouldn't tell them no. That would just be rude. I would still accept it. But I guess what I'm trying to say is I just would run right out and buy myself more candles because I have so many. But that's another thing I wanted to share with you, because I love candles. I think they're so wonderful. I just can't burn them really long because sometimes the scents do bother me. That's why I started making my own wax melts, because they don't bother me as bad. But I still love them, and I still use them, and I still, you know, I just don't burn them really long. And I burn them specially, you know what I mean? This is my TBR container. Where I work at Kroger's, and where I work, I had a customer bring me this for Christmas. I thought it was really sweet. I don't know. I just thought it was amazing and wonderful. What a sweet gesture. What a sweet thing to do. I do get tips every now and then. And yes, Kroger's employees can take tips, but you have to be outside in the parking lot to accept that gift or that tip, because they don't want to upset people, you know, but they prefer you to do that outside the store, you know, which makes sense. I get it. But this was given to me, and then I just like the container so much. Even though it's just a simple cardboard container, I loved it so much. And it says Merry and Bright on it. I don't know if you can see that. And then what I did was, here, let me say this correctly. What I did was I took all the books on bookshelf 1 and bookshelf 2 that you've seen in this video, all those unread books that I showed you on my shelves, and I made a little football for each of the books I have not read. And I have color coded them. I don't know if I've color coded them all correctly. I have tried to put publication dates and stuff like that. But we aren't going to start this. Is that proper English? We will not start this until April, probably the 1st of April, the beginning of April. And I am only going to take one out of here at a time, because I am a mood reader. I guess I should tell you guys that and share that with you. I don't know. I like to walk in a store or, you know, look through the library app, because I have a lot of books tagged from people who have just told me titles and authors and stuff. So I have a lot of books tagged. So I like to just scroll through my tags, you know, my tagged books, and pick a book sometimes and just listen to it or read it on my library app a lot of times, so that I have that ability or that flexibility to be able to still be able to be a mood reader and read whatever I want, whenever I want. I have decided we will only pick one. Not only that, some of the books may be series books. I am not big on series books, but at the time I wasn't really sure if I would like series books or trilogies and stuff like that. So some of these are, but I still would like to read them just because I bought them and I own them and I want to read them. So we will only pick one out of here. We'll read the slip of paper, and I will be committed to that piece of paper for that month. And if I feel that I could pick another one later, you know, maybe I finish what's on that paper and I tell you I finished the book, then yeah, we'll go ahead and pick another one that month. But we're only going to commit to picking one per month, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how much I read. And I created this so that I could get more read off my shelf, because books are always coming in and going out, coming in and going out in my house, because I pass forward or I trade or I read or I unhaul or I have gifts or whatever, you know, I share with people. I even share my bookmarks with people, you know. my candles, my bookmarks, whatever. I just share. If I have the desire to say, hey, you want this? You know, there you go. So I can't wait to start this with you guys, though. And I will do wrap-ups at the end of the month, but I'm not going to do any wrap-ups until, obviously, we start this. So it won't be until the month of April, and it'll always be at the end of the month. And you will always have my Goodreads. So if I don't, or you don't want to watch the wrap-up, you can always go over to my Goodreads. And my Goodreads, I will change my name of my Goodreads. It will eventually be goodreads.com/BooksIRead. I guess that concludes this video for now. I have so much enjoyed sharing all this with you. And if you enjoy this channel, then I hope you will comment and subscribe and like this video. And then I will see you next time on Books I Read. Bye!